We are just going to download Mamp and install it here in this tutorial. So I'm on the Mamp website here and I'm just looking at the downloads page. At the moment I'm currently on a Mac, obviously if it's Mamp. And Mamp downloads the actual Mamp free version and the pro version all in one. So I'm just going to take the latest version 4.2.1 here, the latest stable version. I'm going to download that. Ask me to follow it on Twitter. I'm not going to choose that. After it's installed, I'm just going to open up the DMG file. And so straight away I've got an install Mamp and Mamp Pro dialog box. Take me through the wizard of all the installations. I've got a summary installation was successful. Just going to close that. And I want to go into my applications folder and just see if it has come up. So I've got Mamp and Mamp Pro, the two different folders there. They are in my applications folder, and I can actually bring up my Mamp icon. I'm going to drag it down onto my dock, and I've started up this. Again, unless you've actually got a Mamp Pro subscription, it's just going to come up as the default free version, and I can actually start the servers there straight away if I want. Just one note before I start the servers is the actual ports that Mamp is set up to listen to. So at the moment if I go into preferences and I go to the ports tab, I can see Apache port, which is the web server port, is it's set up as being 8888, and that's not to take over your default web port as 80. But what that will mean is when I actually go to test my PHP files, I'll have to put in the address localhost : 8888/. If I just want to type in localhost all the time, which is a little bit handier, I can actually just set these to the default web and MySQL ports. And unless you've got another web server running on your machine, that might be a good idea. So I'm going to click on that, setting them up to 80 for Apache and 3306 for MySQL, which is the database. Click OK, and now I'm going to start the servers. Now what I should see once the servers are starting is, again, it's asked me for a password, let it run the servers, and I should see two little green boxes pop up in each of those checkboxes as shown, and then we've got Mamp coming up as a start page in my browser, whatever my default browser is. And to see that it's working, I can click on PHP info. I see all of that verbose output there from the PHP engine. And also if I go to localhost just on its own, well, I'm just getting an index of /, meaning that I've got no PHP files in there at the moment. And to test my own PHP file and to show you where to store it, so that it'll work within the PHP engine once the request comes into the server, I'm just going to open up my favorite text editor, typing in a PHP script here, and where to save it. I'm going to go to the file menu and click on save as, and it's important that we get it into the htdocs folder of Mamp. So where the htdocs folder is, if I go to applications, I find the Mamp folder, which is the free folder, Mamp, not Mamp Pro. htdocs is where all of my my PHP docs or HTML docs or web resources are going to go. That is the root folder of localhost. So if I can save this test.php in there, click on save, go back, type into localhost in any of your browsers, and I've just gone refresh there. I can see test.php, the link has popped up there. That's showing me the contents of that folder. And now if I click test.php, I can see that that PHP file is working. So all of my PHP files are going to go into the htdocs folder in the Mamp. And that's how to install Mamp. And it's pretty straightforward, pretty quick, and pretty simple.